Now, after we've done a variety of different changes to our image and we get it just the way that we want to save it. Now, let's say we actually made several different color corrections and tonal changes to our image, and we've got a bunch of different layers. And basically, we want to save all the changes that we've made inside of this file using different layers, adjustment layers, and whatever other tools and techniques that we've done. And we want to preserve that for archival purposes. When we go under File, Save As, we are confronted with many different options which actually run right off my screen here. And in order to save you headache and hassle, I would say 90% of these in here aren't even used by professionals, quite honestly. These are really old ones from really old computer systems that aren't even supported anymore. But Adobe resists getting rid of anything inside of Photoshop. Which means in order to save these in a current archival format, basically you have two simple choices. You can save it as a Photoshop PSD file, which is Photoshop document, or you can save it as one that's currently hanging off my screen here, which is a TIF, which is a TIFF format. It doesn't matter which one you actually use, both of them will save all of the different functionality within Photoshop inside of the single file, so that when you open it up again, you will see everything as you currently do with all your layers and colors and palettes and everything are just the way that you left it. So again, that's PSD or TIFF. It's completely up to you. I personally recommend TIFF simply because other programs or operating systems have an easier time reading those files as TIFF format as opposed to PSD format. Because other than Adobe, these other programs don't know how to read what a Photoshop document actually is. However, whatever works for you is perfectly fine, doesn't really matter at this point. Aside from archival purposes, sometimes you'll want to take these images and send them to somebody else. Now, if it's somebody that needs the full-size file, you would flatten the image, which is getting rid of all these extra layers, and send it to them as a TIFF. However, if you're going to be posting this image up onto the web, in those cases you would be using a JPEG format. And if you really want to simplify things in your life, simply make things layered files as PSDs or TIFFs, and send anything else out as a JPEG. However, you don't want to save anything long-term as a JPEG. JPEGs are used for web use, sending via email, things like that, because it's going to damage the file and throw away excess colors. Okay, it will ruin your image, which is why long-term you need to use one of the other formats that isn't going to actually damage your image. So when it comes to saving as a PSD file, I'm going to say Save. And simply we have one option, maximize compatibility. If you have that checked, it will make the file larger, but theoretically more programs will be able to read it because it's saving it in an older format. Or if you uncheck that, it'll make it a little bit smaller. And click OK. If I go Save As a TIFF, and I go Save, this time I have a bunch of different options. However, the only one you will actually use is this one right here to do LZW image compression. Basically, it's going to make the image smaller. However, it's not going to damage it or do anything negative to the file. All these other settings completely leave alone. Don't even worry about it. When it comes to saving as a JPEG, you have a couple different JPEGs in here. You only want to use this first one called JPEG. And we'll hit Save. So when saving as a JPEG, I currently have this set for large file and a quality of 12. Basically, what this is going to do is it's going to look at the image, and if you have a blue shade 1, blue shade 2, and a blue shade 3, it'll look at it and say, you know what, blue shade 2 is close enough to 1, throw away blue shade 2 and only use 1 and 3. So the smaller I make the file and the lower the quality goes down, it throws away more and more data. So at this point, it may look at blue 1 and blue 3 and say 3 is close enough, throw that away and just make it all blue 1. So these are just things that it does to make these files smaller. And again, it's all damaging, so you only want to do this on web-based things or to show clients or whatever. It's not something that you want to keep as a permanent archival system. There are several other file formats that you probably should know about, and I do teach about all those inside of my Adobe Photoshop Basic 1 course. On my website, www.theartofretouching.com, I have many more Photoshop tutorial videos to help make you a better photo retoucher.